Yeah, man, Big Mike coming at you live and direct. Maxi Limits Radio Show and Philosopher King Central, man. Yeah, this joint should not be long. It should not be long. There's not a lot I can really say about this situation, man. It really ain't. I mean, I've touched on this subject in the past, but I guess it's time for an update, man, because Cats is always asking me this, that, third about what I think about this, that, the third. So that's what we gonna do today, man. That's what we gonna do. We gonna speak on some things. I'm gonna tell y'all what I think about certain folks, man, certain YouTube personalities. Cause I've always told y'all, man, I thoroughly enjoy the YouTube universe, man. I find people that's on YouTube much more relevant than, I don't know, cats that you might claim to be in real life. You know what I mean? I think a lot of dudes out here are much more relevant than some individuals that you might meet in the streets, man. So yeah, every now and then we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna pontificate, man. We're gonna speak on some things that other folks is vibing on, man, and speaking on, man. So today's Diddy. I don't know what y'all expect me to actually say about this individual or the things that he's speaking on right about now, but we're gonna talk about the player partner, Red Supreme. He's an individual that I am very familiar with. Every now and then I drop in and I see what the hell he's speaking on, because the nigga is mad hilarious and shit, man. But yeah, you know, some of you cats who see me representing the tricking, and this happened every now and then when Sinful the P was make some disparaging remarks or comments about tricks, man. But the thing about Sinful the P was he was pretty balanced in his assessment of the trick culture, man. You know what I mean? He basically told y'all that, you know, there's some tricks out there, there's some professional tricks out there that'll give a pimp a run for his money. You know what I mean? And he wasn't lying about that, man. There's some tricks out there that got it like that. You know what I mean? And so right now we got my man Red Supreme. He is talking about passport bros. He's talking about dudes going overseas, leading with their wallet. And these individuals are claiming to be players. You know what I mean? And I guess some of the cats that vibe with me and rock with me, I guess they feel offended by that. They feel offended that Red Supreme is not bowing down, basically stating that, yeah, I acknowledge y'all playerism. Fellas, look, man, y'all know how I get down, man. Y'all know how I get down, man. Y'all know how I get down, man. You know, the game is absolute, man. The game is motherfucking absolute, man. What he is telling you is the truth. Shit. What y'all want me to say, man? I mean, seriously. Man, you can't go anywhere, whether it be in the United States or overseas, man, leading with your wallet, man, and basically start talking about you, that nigga. You can't do that, man. That's you're lying to yourself, man. You can't lie to yourself, bro. Now look, that don't mean that the next man who actually see you leading with your wallet, that don't mean that you should be walking around abusing you and talking cash shit about you, man. That is only if you false flagging and false advocating, and that would be what you're doing, man. You're false flagging, you're false advocating, man. When you walking around here, man, you got your hand in your pocket, man, and you pulling out your money, and the chick's only fucking with you for your loot, man. And that disqualifies you from player status, man. Come on, fellas, man, stop it, man. You know, I thought I taught some of y'all better than that, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta stop with the delusional shit, man. So I guess that's the premise, man, that Homeboy is leading with, man. I guess Red Supreme is reading y'all the Riot Act, man, basically stating that he don't really care what you do, man, but you know, you need to stop walking around lying to yourself. And I agree with that, man. Don't be lying to yourself. And this is coming from a trick. Man, I'm the best that's ever done it, man. And real motherfucking shit, man. Yeah, I give a pimp a run for his money, man. There's been many a situation and circumstance, man, where I actually did pull a couple of females away from their so-called pimps, man. In order to do porn, because that's one of the main things that pimps always tell you that they broads not to ever get caught up in is that porn shit. You know, don't ever get caught on video or on camera doing this, that, and the third, man. And shit, I had that schoolboy charm, man, and, you know, convince a couple of females, hey, you fuck with me. Fuck with me. Shit. I mean, matter of fact, baby, who say that you can't do both? You can do it all. Shit. Oh, yeah, there's a couple pimps that was heated with me. It was heated with me, Jack. Uh-huh. Yeah, man. So, hey, everybody out there that's tricking ain't no lame. Believe that shit, man. I'm not necessarily sure if Red Supreme agrees with that assessment. But, shit, believe you me, man. If he didn't know, now he know. Because I'm one of them type niggas, man, where I played all positions of the game. And I was deadly with it, man. Yeah, I told all my fellas, man, I did try that pimping shit for about a year now. It ain't for me. That shit is not for me, Jack. I mean, you gotta be heartless to do that shit. Yeah, there's a couple situations, man, where some of the females, they was having issues with some shady ass tricks, man. And, you know, some of the females ended up missing for a little bit. And I had to put out an APB to find my broads, man. I thought they was, yeah, man, I thought they was dead, man. I was like, oh my God, what? Yeah, horrible feeling, man, horrible feeling. Thank God we found them. Thank God they pretty much turned out to be halfway okay. I'm not really going into specifics about what they had to go through, but yeah, I'm like, yeah, I'm done with this shit. I'm gonna do something different. Yeah, I ain't got the heart for it, man. I ain't got the heart or the stomach for that shit, man. I really don't, man. So I'm the type of dude, man, where I feel responsible for people that I'm in charge of, man. You know what I mean? If a female look at me, man, and she calling me daddy and looking at me for guidance and looking at me for protection and whatnot, I take that shit serious, man. I take it serious. And if anything happens to her while she's under my charge, while she's under my umbrella, man, you know, it's devastating to me, man. So I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't put them at risk like that no more, man. So now we got a situation out there, man, where you got passport bros going out there. They going overseas. And cats be asking me about this shit ad nauseum, man. Like, well, do you think that's cool? Do you think it's okay? I'm like, man, it's always okay, man. You know, it's your money. It's your life. Do what the hell you want to do, man. But you're like, once again, don't delude yourself. Don't lie to yourself, man. You going over there, if you're going over there to see the culture, then see the culture. If you're going over there to sow your wild oats, hopefully, responsibly, then do that too, man. Shit, but if you're leading with your wallet, you know, don't be talking about how much of a boss player you are, man. You just, I mean, it is what it is. You tricking off your money and you having a good time. You know, it's like you at Disneyland. You know what I mean? Get it in. Have some fun, man. Shit. But if you're leading with your wallet, the bitch ain't fucking with you for you. She's trying to get that motherfucking bag, man. Stop it. I don't know what y'all want, man. Want me to lie to you? Y'all know better than that. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. But yeah, man, we got a situation out there right about now where, I mean, the powers that be, they trying to make it all bad for all brothers, man. You know what I mean? We got this thing right now called human trafficking. And once upon a time, that was something that was really only synonymous with pandering or, you know, the pimping. But now they flipped it and they made it so that even if you trick it, you could be brought up on trafficking, man. I'm like, what? Man, so yeah, the powers that be, they got a hard on, man, to do something very, very malicious to you if you get your hand caught in the cookie jar, man. They don't care what you're doing right about now. They don't care which side you on right now. And that is in the United States, man. If you get caught tricking or pimping, they're going to try their best to somehow put some some human trafficking on your ass, man. Yeah, that should let you know what kind of society we living in these days, man. If you a man, it's game over. If you a man, you ain't allowed to enjoy yourself, man. You ain't allowed to spend your money. You can only do things the way that the government wants you to do things, man. The way the government mandates shit. Nah, man. You cannot enjoy yourself. It is all about the broad. It's about putting all the power in her hands. If she say you did something to her, then shoot, you gotta prove that you didn't do it. No longer are you in a situation where you're innocent and the court must prove your guilt. Nowadays, it's just the opposite, man. When you go to court, you guilty and you gotta prove you innocent. So yeah, the game is all the way twisted and fucked up these days, man. Shoot. I used to tell cats, yeah, man, go ahead and enjoy yourself and get your trick on, man. It ain't even that simple no more, man. Hence the reason why I see why a lot of dudes do go overseas. Because you don't have these draconian laws, man, hindering you from actually having some fun with your money, man. Tricking off some things just to blow off some steam, man. You over here, man, United States, boy, they gonna give you some Buck Rogers time. Under the guise of human trafficking, man. Just because you tricked off your loot, man. You man's got you a $50 oral deluxe head job. Then all of a sudden, man, the female, for some reason, she regret doing this, that, and the third. She gonna go ahead and run to the authorities and say, shit, he human trafficked me. And you thinking to yourself, I'm just a trick. How you gonna hit me with human trafficking? They're like, ignorance of the law is no excuse, sir. No, sir. So, there's not much I can really say, man. I can't really counter it too much that Red Supreme said. I mean, the only thing I can actually say that would be somewhat of a negative is, he was kind of harsh, you know what I mean, talking about trick niggas and shit, man, but I guess that just come with the territory because, he just tired of dudes misrepresenting themselves, lying to themselves, man, and false flagging and shit, man. So I guess he just got to the point where he's just sick of it. And, I dig it, man. Me being Big Mike, being the best that's ever played the game, especially in the trick arena, man, I get tired of cats lying to themselves too. Never am I going to get on here and tell you that there ain't levels to this shit, man. There's levels. Shit. Pimps, max, players, tricks, everybody. Hey, everybody got to play their position, man. And just because you don't fit in a certain position, that don't mean you got to false advocate, man. That don't mean you got to make yourself any more special than you actually are. If you don't have pimp bones in your body, man, don't lie to yourself. If you really ain't a player like that, nigga, don't lie to yourself, man. If you gotta sweeten the deal with a broad, man, to get her attention, ain't nothing wrong with that. Shoot, the good Lord gave you a certain hand to play. So, nigga, you gotta play it. Some of us don't have the gift of gab. Some of us ain't extraordinarily handsome. Some of us gotta do what we gotta do, man, to get in where we fit in, bruh. Don't be mad about that. But above all things, man, don't lie to yourself, man. Don't lie to yourself. Be a military man. Find a way to adapt and conquer and win. Yeah, man, that's what you do. You know what you do? You treat your wallet like a prostitute treats her legs. Shit. Hopefully, she don't just let anybody get between her thighs, man. That's the same way you should treat your wallet, man. Just every broad should not be privileged to get in between the folds of your wallet, man. A lot of y'all need to start tricking with some standards, man. And the way that starts is stop lying to yourself, man. Acknowledge who and what you are and what you about. But above all things, man, be true to yourself, man. You think Big Mike had about 5-6 women walking around the mean streets of the Midwest getting tatted up because I was a trick? Nah, it wasn't because I was a trick. It was because I was a motherfucking man and they respected my game, Jack. They respected the game. Yeah, man, chicks ain't making that move unless they respect the game. Even though there was some trick tactics involved in it, man, they respected the game, man. They respected the man. So yeah, you can trick and still be respected as a man. Don't let these niggas lie to you on that level, man, on that regard. But once again, you gotta be honest with yourself, man. So no, couple of them videos, I think I listened to them, some of Red Supreme joints, man, about Passport Bros and about, I guess he called them game goofy Gilligans out there trying to act like they this, that, and the third when they ain't really, you know, they not really Max and they not really pimps. And I wish I knew the titles of them joints, man. I don't even see them up no more, man. I don't know. I think maybe you put them in. Does he have a Patreon? I don't know. But bottom line is, man, that there ain't nothing to really dissect or to critique about what he was saying, man. Because sadly enough, I'm in full agreement with what he was talking about, man. So, hey, check this out, man. Big Mike, Almighty Triple XL, coming at y'all live and direct, Max City Limits Radio Show and Philosopher King Central, man. And we out.